Hey, what is Zaccheus? What a not a live word of the day. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. And I entitled this Black People Response to National Guards Being Sent to Chicago. Now, I have a caption right here that reads, "We don't need a band-aid. Chicago residents on Trump's threat to send National Guard. Send in the National Guard." Now, just the last holiday, which was Labor Day, 58, early September 3rd, 58 people were shot in Chicago. And Trump said, listen, crime is getting out of control, gangs are getting out of control, we're gonna send in the National Guard. And this is, he said he's gonna do it, but President Trump said he's gonna do it, but he hasn't put a definite date on it yet. And what I'm going to share with you is a whole heap of response from our folks talking about what they think about the National Guard being sent into Chicago. Now, I have a news clip I'm going to share first, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on what I think about it. And if you listen, if a city is out of control, out of whack, and can't control themselves, something needs to be done. But you're going to hear some of the response that can't believe. On today's episode with Zaccheus, with another live word of the day.
President Trump appears to be moving forward with his plan to send federal troops into the city of Chicago.
Well, we're going in. I didn't say when. We're going in. When you lose, look, I have an obligation. This isn't a political thing. I have an obligation.
Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker says the land of Lincoln will go to court to fight against the deployment.
The President of the United States likes to go on television and beg me to call and ask him for troops. I find this extraordinarily strange, as Chicago does not want troops on our streets.
At least 58 people were shot in the city over the holiday weekend. Chicago's Office of Violence Reduction says shootings, including homicides, are on a downward trend so far this year.
When you lose control in your city, there got to be some kind of intervention. And we don't need more lives lost. People need to be safe. People need to be safe. Because if you want to build a future for your community, have kids go to school in a safe environment without worrying about bullets being flying. Now, Chicago's not the only city. Now, if President Trump send National Guard to Chicago, he's gonna plan to send National Guards in other major cities too. Not just Chicago, not just targeting Chicago. Now, if we learn how to help our communities and be an asset to a community instead of being a menace, that would help too. But you see, the truth of the matter is, when people are struggling financially, struggling to put food on the table, and battling to pay their rent, and striving just to survive, but by the skin of their teeth trying to survive. This is the problem. And when programs are cut, certain programs are cut, DEI, certain programs are cut, SNAP, and certain programs that are cut, that causes a major problem. Now, when people are desperate, and people do get desperate when they have no resources to help them. Now, I don't agree with making certain cuts. People should get resources that they need to help them, just to boost up. Don't enable people to stay on it forever, but a little boost up, because some of these major cities are very expensive. And not saying that this is the only cause of crime. We Black people have crime in the community because, face it, when you're put in situations and then certain things are pumped in your neighborhood over the decades and years of like drugs, bad food, and unemployment and all type of things put in your neighborhood, and then I'm gonna talk about that too. Chemical spray over the years. Yes, I gotta mention that too. That's history. And all these things to destroy communities and break down communities and redlining and all that stuff that we went through, crime occurs. And then there's informants. You see, a lot of us black folks with the gap informant, we don't see the big picture. We just think that go and get a whole lot of gangs in Chicago. Like in major cities too as well, but there's a whole lot of gangs in Chicago. And we're killing each other out. We're destroying each other. And we just don't see the big picture. We just don't see it as black people.
What do you feel about Trump attempting to deploy the National Guard to Chicago?
I think it's messed up. It's bigger issues that we need to be dealing with.
I just feel black people need to realize when they don't get their own shit together, that them people gonna come in and get it together for them.
Like, I don't understand the reasoning behind needing to deploy troops here. Like,
well, he say in D.C. he stopped the crime.
Stop the who?
He stopped the crime in D.C. once he deployed the troops and everything.
Well, I find that hard to believe, but
you don't feel like it'd be good to deploy troops here?
No.
And why is that?
It's going to be a chaos. Yes, it is.
This city, I don't think nobody's going to listen to it or care about it. They hurt. I feel like it's a bit excessive.
It's a big no. Pritzker said it.
We going through enough. We don't need nothing else, please.
I know it's a lot of killing going on in Chicago, but he just killed a whole lot of people 4 or 5 years ago with COVID. The Chicago Police Department couldn't do it. Couldn't nobody else do it. They still can. They talk about 13% down, and ain't 13% down. It's shooting still going on every night. People still getting whacked every night. So if y'all can't get your own shit together, that man gonna send somebody in here to get it together for y'all.
You see, when resources and certain programs are being taken and unemployment, crime goes up. Crime goes up, and it continues to plague the city of Chicago. Now the mayor, and I believe what the mayor Brando says, the mayor of Chicago says. Certain things have to be put in place, and the government can do something about it. Certain programs can stay in the community to help the people with resources to get them on their feet. And yes, gangs do plague the city of Chicago. But what's gonna make it better? Some people just need employment. Some people just need to plug in. Some people just need a boost. And we do have division amongst each other, and that's another thing too. But the key thing is guns is out of control. And if you see, money has a lot to do with guns. And you think that, leave a comment, you think that the government is going to really crack down on guns so much? They're going to lose money. You think they're going to really crack down on states that people that carry? And a lot of major cities that you can carry. And there's a lot of illegal guns, more illegal guns, people carrying illegally than legally. So it's not going to be cracking down on guns like that. Look how long they've been saying that. That's been the longest time. They've been talking about cracking down on guns. Gun smuggling will always be there, and there's a hard crackdown. They can't do it totally because it's a money thing. Everything has to do with the green dollar. It's sad to say, but it's true. Hear what the mayor had to say.
The federal government could work stronger to coordinate with my police department to get guns off the streets of Chicago. We've seen these coordination efforts work. Just a couple of weeks ago, the ATF working with my police department, we removed over 150 guns off the streets of Chicago that were trafficked in through Mississippi and Indiana. No one is saying that police officers don't play an incredible role in driving safety. They play an absolute pivotal role in that. But we have asked law enforcement to do too much. Police officers are being asked to be social workers, counselors. What I'm simply saying is, if we're going to build safe and affordable cities across America, the one thing that safe communities all have in common, they invest in people. We have a poverty issue in the city of Chicago and cities across America. Police officers alone will not put food on the table. Police officers alone will not guarantee a high quality education. Police officers alone won't drive down unemployment. We need all of it. The President of the United States of America and the federal government could restore Medicaid. They could restore SNAP. They could stop defunding our public education system. Here's the most important point here. Justice Brandeis, over 100 years ago, the first Jewish American.
There's many people that they don't want to obey the law. And this is why where the gangs come in. The outlaws, the gangs, and they don't want to obey no authority. They just smile, laugh at authority, and still shoot up the place. Don't care who's around them. And that's the curse that is with gangs. Don't care. What it says in the book of Romans, chapter 13, verses 1, that every person be subject to the governing authorities, for there is no authority except from God. Okay? And those who exist been instituted by God, therefore who resist the authorities, resist what God has appointed. And if you're not obeying the laws of the land, and it's gonna come to a point, and you think you could go against troops, think you can go against the National Guard, gangs better think twice. It's suicide if you think you can go against National Guard. They have all the artillery. You may have your guns too, but they know. You think they don't know what kind of guns you carry? They don't know that. You don't know if they can find where you live. The surveillance, the technology, and the surveillance, and where you're running to. You think that you can go against the National Guard? You think that you don't know where you're staying, and you're trying to attack? You're causing harm to civilians, and while they're in their presence, you think. You better think twice, young man. You better think twice.
And all that against that shit, our man need his ass whooped. I'm a real street. I ain't gonna sit here and say I want to see all our people dying. No, we need that shit, man. That shit I got kids out there, gang. I got 11 kids, man. I want to see my kids grow up. If we got that shit in Chicago, let them come, gang. That'll save a lot of lives, gang. On Steve, I ain't on no rat riding around looking for to kill every day in the rat. Like that shit ain't. What's up, gang? On Steve, bud. Like bring that shit. Let them people save lives, man. Trump know what he doing, even if he's trying to win over votes and all that man. If he said that, let that shit happen. Bro, everybody should be able to live and live. You know, yes, we need the National Guards in Chicago to make our city a better place, man. On Steve, I got 11 kids. I got 8 girls and 3 boys, man. I want to see my sons grow to protect their sisters. Proms, lunches, homecoming. I want to see my kids do all that shit. I want to be there to flash and show my ass for that shit. Not get a phone call. Your son was just shot in a drive-by. Hell no, blood. Like, come on now. Niggas too grown and goofy. You want to see that shit? Yo, it's a big-ass goofy on Steve.
You heard what Memo 600 said? Got 11 kids, want to see his kids grow. Think about your future, young man. Think about your future. Think about, yes, if Trump's deploy the National Guard to your city, behave. Represent for your family. Don't think about yourself. Stop thinking about yourself. Think about your family. Yeah, you may not have kids yet, but think about your mom and dad. Think about your sister. Think about your cousins. Think about yourself. Why would you harm another brother? Why would you do that? Ignorance. Just that we got ignorance. Violence doesn't solve anything. It just makes matters worse. Memo 600 said he want to see his kids grow. You want to see his kids. You want to see his kids' graduation. You want to go to his kids' game. No parent, not even yourself, not even the gang members, want to hear that your brother been shot down in the street or your sister got hit by a straight bullet. None of them want to hear that. Always put yourself in somebody else's shoes. Think about how would you feel? Tables will turn and somebody shot your sister or brother on the street with a straight bullet. You always got to put yourself in somebody else's shoes. Think twice. Stop for a minute and think. It's either two things to a gang. Death, that's for sure. Get killed, that's for sure. Or serve life in prison. There's only two ways out. Serve life in prison, or you get murdered. Two ways. Two ways out. That's it. The streets will have no love. For you or for me. Nobody. Think twice.
Trump, do not send the National Guard to Chicago, gang. Do not, I repeat, do not do it. We are a different fucking breed out here, nigga. We are not Los Angeles. Nigga, we are not Washington, D.C. This is Chicago. Them niggas go fight back. I'm telling you, them niggas go fight back, gang. Whatever, I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Them young niggas got switches, gang. They not going for that shit, bro. I know a bunch of y'all finna say, oh, it's the National Guard. They can't do anything about it. They must go in Chicago. Do y'all know that it's more bad people than good people, bro? There are over 100,000 gangs in Chicago by the city by itself.
That poor silly young man. Don't do it to yourselves. Go sit down. There have been people talking about this, and I don't think they understand what we're talking about. The National Guard has military firepower. The typical Chicago gang member has what's called civilian illegal arms. Okay? These are not the same. Military firepower are like M4 combines, M249 light machine guns, M320 grenade launchers, precision rifles with optics and suppressors, high volume, accurate fire. Chicago gang members have handguns like 9mm pistols and Glocks. Some AK-47s and AR-15 very.
Tim Black is right. You cannot. Now, don't listen to that young man. You cannot go against the National Guard with your firearms. You can't do it. Can't do it. No matter what kind of, they know the kind of artillery you have. You no match. This is not Haiti. This is not Haiti. This is not Haiti. You're talking about the U.S. military that takes down other nations. That takes down other nations. And little old you, you're a small portion. You're a small portion. They'll go to your home in less than a second to find when you're shooting off a gun. Before you even can blink, a bullet will be in your chest. Or a missile will be in your chest. Think twice. Think twice. Think twice. Your ego and your pride will get you killed. Think twice. Don't think like a fool. You're only a small portion of the community. All the gangs in Chicago cannot take on the National Guard. Can't do it. You all be taken down. Stop thinking that telling them not to come here. Unbelievable. Tim Black said it right. Foolish young man.
All right, so to all of the super tough gangster, thugged out, ready to shoot, kill about their name, respect, dead partners, all that Chirac motherfuckers, let me tell y'all something. United States military man just came out and responded to the man that pretty much said that Chicago people ain't finna go for the military or nobody going inside of their land. Just listen to what Buddy had to say. They gonna put some holes in y'all heart.
Don't think that you're gonna intimidate people that can pinpoint where you keep your weapons at, locate who your family is in a matter of half of a nanosecond, has an unlimited supply of ammo. We're speaking to an entity that have weapons that can track you down. We have homing missiles that can track you down and put a quarter of a hole in your chest before you realize it. And then you have less than 2 breaths to realize that you're dead. We're speaking on an entity that can wipe out a whole country if it so chooses to. If we didn't have the Geneva Convention and try to do things properly when it comes to warfare, man, we could level entire civilizations. Do not fall for the bait. Do not fall for the trap. Understand cameras are going to be there. Understand the good people of Chicago. There are going to be people that are going to be trying to spin a narrative, paint a picture, and then broadcast that picture. And it's going to be more. It's going to be more trauma. I'm asking you guys. I'm asking all the thugs and hooligans to be civil. Be civil and just do the right thing. Do the right thing, because I promise y'all, man, it's not going to end pretty, and we're never going to get nowhere. We're never going to get nowhere with any of this. We should be focused on how we can build our community, how we can strengthen it. Like, literally, I had a boxing match, guns down, gloves up, for the community, brought all the children out and stuff like that. 5 days later, there was a murder that happened after the event, right? And it's just like, now, it's got to stop. We got to do something. But if you think you're gonna fit the military anyway, even National Guard, we gotta stop. We gotta start doing this stuff, man. Play stupid games, you're gonna win stupid rewards.
Now the live word of the day is coming out of Proverbs 18:2. A fool has no delight in understanding, that his heart may discover itself. Now, if you want to be a fool and go against the National Guard and tell other people to go against the National Guard, suicide. Just suicide. Like what my military brethren said. You'll be dead before you can even breathe your first breath. You better think twice. Don't do it. They come, they deploy National Guards to Chicago. Be cool, be easy, be civil, because violence gets you nowhere. You'll be dead before you know it. Think twice. And I say this, and I emphasize thinking twice. Think twice. Well, this is Zaccheus with another live word of the day. Think about your family. Think about your children if you have any children. Think about your future. Don't throw it away. Don't throw it away foolishly. Don't die foolishly. Die for a cause. Let your life have some meaning to it. Well, this is Zaccheus with another live word of the day. God bless and be safe out there. Until next time, got more videos coming. If you like what I share, smash the like button. Also subscribe to my channel. I got more videos coming. This is Zaccheus with another live word of the day. God bless and be safe.